Okay, so we've gone through everything involved with getting away off the whistle, with initiating, with taking control of the ground game off the whistle. Now we're just going to move into troubleshooting common rides. There's a lot. We have tight waist, we have ankle rides, we have wrist rides, we have legs in, we have the crab ride. We're just going to go through some useful tips and tactics to try to eliminate our opponent riding us for extended periods of time in those, because naturally he's going to be working his own offense, he's going to be working his own game, and sometimes we may not be the one to initiate, we may not be the one to get to the move first. So from here, we want to still be able to neutralize what he's doing and get ourselves back to those positions where we can score from. So the first one is a tight waist. From the tight waist, what our opponent essentially is trying to do, Jake's getting on top, off the whistle. He's going to drop his shoulder. He's going to tight waist. What he wants to do is lift my hip. He wants to squeeze my ribs and lift my hip up, where now I take weight, again, off my base. I'm bringing it forward under this arm, and he's taking me to my chest and shoulders. So from the knees, if he does go tight waist off the whistle, or in any situation, he ends up in the tight waist. The first thing I want to do is I want to counterbalance. So he's going to try to start lifting this up. I'm going to counterbalance. As he squeezes this tight, it's going to feel natural to open up to try to eliminate that. Sometimes you can sit with it. The majority of the time, if I sit with it, he's going to chop. So when he goes tight, I'm going to actually sink my chest and hips down to the mat as low as I can, and I'm going to twist away from that, or sorry, into that lock. So he sinks it, I'm going to twist into that elbow, and I'm going to pinch that arm off. Looking at it from this angle, he sinks his shoulder. As he sinks, he starts lifting up. So go back, he sinks. As he sinks, I start driving down. He's lifting up, I'm driving down. This tightens up extremely tight for a brief period of time. But as it does, this hand tends to slip off as I roll away from it, okay? As I drive my hip into that elbow, it goes away. So right here, going a little more full speed, he drops. I'm sinking, I'm counterbalancing like we worked. Okay, I'm right here. Now from here, I'm gonna crawl forward. I'm gonna sit. And we've done this a lot. You don't always have to sit, but that's where then, if I sit there for too long, I'm gonna give him a chance to re-grip or change direction. Right there, he's gonna change sides. Now it's gonna be a challenge. Now I have to turn back the other way. So right here, okay, he goes, I turn down, he may re-grip. As he re-grips, okay, I'm turning down, I'm gonna start bringing my hips up as I take this pressure off of my ribs. Coming up, I sit. Okay, from there I can do the same thing. I can come outside leg up. I can stand up. I can do all the moves we just worked on, but that's really the start of it from the base. Now, a lot of times this guy takes it. Maybe I don't catch it in time. He tight waist, he chops. Okay. I go to my belly. He has his tight waist on. He's squeezing me. The same rules still apply. As I'm on my belly, okay, he wants to lift my hip up and drive me over this arm. Whether he's going over the elbow or whether he comes underneath to a wrist, he wants to drive me over this arm. So the first thing I need to do as he's driving this up, I want to corkscrew. Okay, look into the side he's on and turn my hips down and try to drive over that elbow here. Hey, notice his elbow right now is stuck in the mat. Now from here, he's going to jump sides, he's going to react, he's going to try to cinch this up. As he cinches it up, I'm going to start turning my hip side to side. Okay, as I turn my hip side to side, I create an opening right here. Okay, I create an opening. Now I'm driving that bottom leg through, coming back up to my base. So again, He tight waists me. He's got me on the mat. Say, go tackle. Go attack. Like, come back. No, this side. He's on this side. He tackles me. He's got a tight waist right here. This isn't where I want to be. Now, from right here, elbows. Remember, we always want to keep our elbows in. I don't want to reach extended. My elbows are tight. As he's trying to drive and lift, I'm going to turn down tight. Now, I may not have it. He may be holding this really tight. I'm squeezing it down now. From here, I'm going to start rotating my hips back and forth. I don't just fall over, okay? Think of that rotational power we talked about. I want to rotate, drive into him. Now he's on that side. Now I rotate again. I drive. I move him off. Okay, maybe he still has a tight grip, so one more time I rotate. Right there. Bottom knee, slide forward, come into my sit. Going from just a new angle, right on top. Okay, let's say he's got this go this side. He's got a tight waist on this side. Rotate down. Now I start rotating side to side. Obviously, I'm showing it slow, but in a more realistic situation, he's driving me forward. I'm going to be wiggling side to side, rotating, shifting my hips until I can wiggle this tight waist loose, bring my knee underneath, and now I can come back to a sit. Start fighting elbows in, start coming up. So those are just two options from that tight waist. We have several others, but those are my most baseline and are going to be both the highest percentage and the lowest risk.